had a beautiful day. I pray that you had a beautiful, awesome day as well. We are getting ready to do a what? We're getting ready to do a what? We're getting ready to do a read, guys. So I'm going to be right back, and then we're going to go ahead and get started. Guys, so we're going to be in the phone Bible app today. We are going to be doing the Bible plan called Trapped by Fear. So I did do one also that was called Trapped by Control. I do again like to share, this one was for me as well, Trapped by Fear. What is something that is holding you back or is stopping you or looking like God already gave us the promise. He already told us where we're going, what we're going to be doing. In so many different ways. And so sometimes we kind of put a stop on it by us not moving forward in what he has taught us, shown us, or is telling us to do because we have some type of fear. So I just pray that this helps you in your walk with God and that we get to stomp down that word called fear that the enemy tries to arise in us, making us feel as though we are defeated in some way. But we are children of God. God is our Father. So with us having God as our Father, we are stronger than we've ever been or than we can ever be because we have that benefit of having God in our lives because we're walking with him. We made that decision to give our lives back to him, and we can do all things through Christ that strengthens us. We can do anything. So I really pray that this 5-day Bible plan really helps you trapped by fear because I know it helps me. And again, I just want to share that. And I'm still, as I'm doing the read for it today, I'm still learning and picking up on it and still crushing and stomping down what attempted to try to stop me was fear. So I pray that this blesses you today. So we're going to go ahead. It starts with a devotional, and then it always has Bible scriptures. And so the Bible scriptures are going to be Romans chapter 12, verse 2. And these are in the King James Version. 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7. And also Proverbs chapter 29, verse 25. And we're going to start with the devotional. Fear. My daughter was scared of the toilets that automatically flush until she was 5. She cried at the thought of the toilet, surprising her. I laugh now, but back then it was incredibly frustrating. How could she be scared of toilets? That's the thing with fear. It doesn't take sides. It's a powerful emotion that attaches to anyone and anything. If left unchecked, it becomes the driving factor behind many of our thoughts and decisions. To guard against this, we must build a strong foundation where fear doesn't control who we are or what we are. Fear protects us from danger, but it can also overtake our minds and control our lives. We become unbalanced and unhealthy when we focus on the power of fear instead of the power of truth. What if questions consume your mind? What if I fail? What if people see me, the real me? What if my kids get hurt? These voices shout louder than all others and eventually overtake every area of our lives. It dictates what we do, commands how we feel, and determines the risk we take. To escape the weight of fear, we ignore our feelings and disguise our thoughts. We blame excuses, lies, and compare, yet the fear continues to persist. These tactics distract us it distracts us, but do nothing to overcome the fear lurking beneath the surface, right? If we continue to fight the way the world fights, fear will destroy us. We need to arm ourselves with God's weapons. It may seem crazy, but power, love, and self-discipline are the most effective. They don't just diminish the fear, they demolish it. Power gives us the strength to act despite the doubt and equips us to do whatever He calls us to do. Love allows us to look at ourselves and others the way God does. We are free from depending on love from others because our need for the love is fully met by Christ. Self-discipline helps us resist temptation and focus on God's truth instead of wavering feelings or circumstances. The only power fear possesses is the power we give it. Are you ready to fight? Start making a list of your fears. God can fix what God cannot fix. What we do not admit is wrong. So call it out, no matter how big or small. Write the weapon, power, love, or self-discipline that will defeat each fear. Jesus is waiting to walk with you in victory. All right, guys, I pray that you like that read today. I really love that read. This is absolutely helping me, and I definitely want to share it. So I pray that it helps at least one person. God gets the glory. So we want to continue to keep stomping fear in the ground. That's exactly what we're going to do. We need to take the emotion out of it when we're walking with God and being Christians. And this is something I'm still learning in my walk with God. I'm learning so much. I'm still learning. I'm no longer, I used to call myself like a baby. I say I'm a baby Christian. I really don't know. I used to say that for a long time, and then God told me to stop saying that. When you're walking with God, there are different levels. We are in His classroom, okay? I want to stay in God's classroom. So, and God grades us, and He teaches us, and He molds us, and He's everything in every area of our lives, and He directs us on what we should be doing and how we should be doing it. The problem that we have is that we try to sometimes we think a little bit too hard. But with being a Christian, and I was thinking the other day, I'm like, being a Christian can be hard, but it's really not hard. It's just removing removing the worldliness and removing, what we were taught and what we were used to. And then walking with God can kind of be afraid sometimes. I'm speaking about myself. I'm afraid sometimes. I don't want to mess up. And I know I'm going to mess up because I'm human. I want to do everything He asks me to do. And then when He asks me to do something, or He gives me the vision or the tools that I need to do it, I start being in fear. I start, getting into my emotions, and I'm not wanting to do it. And I'm like, God, are you sure this is what you want me to do? And, because of the fear. So even when He came to me, and because I had an idea, I had something on my mind. Before I started doing the reads, me and my kids, we started doing YouTube. So I remember when God came to me and told me to go ahead and launch it, go ahead and start. I've already had the idea. I just never did anything with it. And I'm like, God, no one's going to listen to me. No one's going to, what am I, we do different things on our YouTube, games. Being a Christian is not boring. It is wonderful, actually. God takes you on a journey. And so I've taken you guys on that journey and on my YouTube page, just showing you what I've done with my children, showing them how to get closer to God. There's different ways to learn with God. And that's just what we started doing. And it's nothing, and I'm not looking to get like a benefit. It's all for the glory of God, and it's all to at least help one person. If it helps one person, God gets the glory. You hear me? And so if I didn't take that leap of faith, I wouldn't be moving forward. You know what I mean? God would sit right there until I did exactly what He told me to do, fear and all. So what someone else told me at church, my church that I go to, Refuge Temple, she told me to do it anyway. Do it in fear. Not this specifically YouTube, but I was talking to her about being afraid of walking in my calling and doing, just unsure about my calling and what God wants me to do. And I'm afraid, I have a little fear. And she told me to do it in fear. Go ahead and just do it in fear. Give all your problems to God. Give it to God and He will take care of you. He will guide you. He will never leave you. He will not steer us wrong. You understand what I'm saying? So you want to continue to keep picking up your cross. You want to continue to keep moving forward. And if you don't understand, ask God. If you are still in fear about moving forward and whatever it may be that God is showing you, calling you to, instructing you to do it anyway. Do it in fear. He will bless you. Okay? Do it in fear. God will guide you. He will be right there with you. He's not going to leave your side. So I want us to continue to stomp fear in the ground because it is not of God. God will never hurt us. So we want to keep moving forward. And what am I going to say? You matter, you matter, you matter. I cannot say it enough. I'm going to continue to keep saying it. And the reason I keep saying it, because there was a time in my life where I felt that I did not matter. Okay, I felt that the easiest way to get on up out of here was to commit suicide. But that was not God, let me tell you. And I am still here today, and I'm going to share. Even when I do these reads, I'm extremely nervous. And I know you might be saying, how is she nervous? You're not even like in front of anyone, or you're not, I'm not actually like in an audience of people, but I still want to do it correctly. I get nervous in front of people. I get nervous when I'm not in front of people because I'm doing something for God, and I definitely want His approval. I want Him to be proud of the work that I'm doing. I want to definitely be sharing and giving you accurate information. When I share what God is showing me, I share what God is teaching me. So I pray that it helps you. Until our next read, stay blessed. Bye, guys.